Welcome to Social Issues and Such. You are on with Kay. And today's topic is the epidemic of the balding of black women. And yes, it is an epidemic. And the reason why is because in the 80s and 90s, we didn't have so much losing of the edges, balding in the crowns, bald spots. And when you see a lot of these females out in the street and they take off their weaves and wigs, there's no hair under there. The edges is gone, the heads is bald. And this is coming from the way we're styling our hair. And it's not so much about hair, taking care of your hair. You have to take care of your scalp because that's the basis for healthy hair. If you look into your scalp, you'll notice there are little dots, the little black dots. That's where your hair grows from. Those are the follicles, the shaft. That's where the hair grows from. For your hair to be healthy, those have to be healthy. They have to be there. Your scalp is skin. If you um put a lot of chemicals or put a lot of your skin is not cleaning all the time and it's oily and there's a lot going on, your skin is going to break out and it's not going to be healthy skin. And that's the same thing with your scalp. People don't realize this. They grab things and they put it in their scalp and, oh my God, this made my hair grow. No, 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 it did not make your hair grow. Your hair is going to grow. Your scalp should be as clean as possible. It should be always clean. You shouldn't be putting oils into your scalp. Oils. Your hair naturally makes up oil. Now, like I said, natural oil, having a good healthy diet, your body's going to naturally produce these oils. Your hair is going to be shiny. But if you don't have such a healthy diet and you find that your scalp is really, really dry, few dabs of like essential oil, like peppermint oil or something like that, a light, very light oil that's gonna mist away, and massage it into your scalp. And what you're doing here is this: you're stimulating your follicles and stimulating your scalp. Putting oils and butters and greases and those things on your scalp, it's just going into your scalp and it's clogging up your pores and it's clogging up your hair follicles. Hair grows from the root. So when you see your hair 5 inches long, but it's still the same length, it's growing, but the end, this is, twist, whatever, but it's growing, but it's not maintaining length. It's breaking off at the end, probably because it's dry. When your hair is dry, it's going to break. When it's not healthy, it's going to break. And that leads me to talk about products, and then we'll talk about protective styling. But products, now, there were people going crazy using minoxidil. Remember, your scalp is skin. So when you put things into your scalp, just like your skin with the little dots and pores, chemicals are absorbed into your scalp. And if chemicals are absorbed into your scalp, it's going into your bloodstream, it's going into your body. There was this big old craze about minoxidil to make your hair grow. Now, I can't say it didn't work. I did try it, but I can't say because I didn't give it a chance after a few. I used a small section of my hair and I put it in and, I started getting headaches. Now, I had seen reviews about the minoxidil or the beast cream or whatever. The minoxidil. I had seen reviews about it and people were saying, yeah, it makes my hair grow, but it gives me a headache. That was a red flag to me. I'm putting something on my hair that's causing me to have headaches. That can't be good. It's got to be a chemical in there. So if you read the directions and you see all of these chemicals and you Google these chemicals, a lot of these chemicals are toxin. You're putting it on your hair, your scalp, and it's being absorbed into your system, your bloodstream. And people wonder why we're getting cancers and stuff. We're putting too much foreign items in our bodies that our body can't recognize. That's why cancers are developed. Let them tell you what you want, what they want. Think about it. The animals out in the wild, go to Africa, go to Australia, wherever those countries are, where those animals, none of those animals have cancer. None of those animals are sick with diseases, man-made diseases. You know why? Because they eat exactly what they're supposed to do, eat. They eat what they're naturally supposed to eat, meaning they know what they're supposed to eat. They eat from the earth. Everything they put in their system is from the earth. Dogs and cats, you know why they get cancers than domesticated animals? Because we bring them into our home and we feed them the nonsense that we eat. You don't see lions with tumors and cancers and dying of diabetes and stuff like that because they put what in their body what they're supposed to eat. We as people, we don't always do that. But so that goes back to healthy hair. So when you putting chemicals in your body that your body doesn't understand, it's going to cause a reaction. Put minoxidil on your scalp. Some of them ingredients are toxic. Same thing with the products that you're using. A lot of companies, there's a lot of black owned companies out there, including mine. I wanted to create a line of products that were natural and had natural ingredients. If you go into the store and you see these items that on, and that's why they're more expensive. I'd rather pay more money for something that's better for my health than to pay cheaper and it have make me sick. The reason why I started my Bushy Combs herbal hair care lines because what was the inspiration? It came from my grandfather. Quick story. My grandfather's name was Bushy, and well, his name was Elvin. They called him Bushy because like a piece of hair he had. So Elvin Bushy, and his last name is Combs. So that was the inspiration to start. That's why I called it Bushy Combs. So that comes from somewhere. But anyway, um, I I don't want to say I'm a product junkie, but I had a lot of products, and I started looking at the ingredients on the back of it, on the back of the label packaging, and I started googling it to see what these, what the ingredients were. And a lot of course, I couldn't pronounce them, but when I googled them, I saw a lot of chemicals that, and I did some research, and some of these chemicals were used in cleaning agents and used in they were just toxic. And just by reading the definition of them and going to Google and doing some research on, there were a lot of chemicals in these products. And I said to myself, am I putting these chemicals in my hair? They're not just going in my hair. These chemicals are going in my system. So I did some research and I created my own line of products, and they've been working for me ever since. So that's another reason why we have a lot of hair loss. We're using products that are damaging our scalps, damaging our hair. We're putting it in our scalp. The best thing you can do for your scalp is treat it like a plant. Let it get air. Let it get sunlight. Let it breathe. Keep it watered. If you spray your hair lightly with like a water mist or like an aloe vera mix, just a light spritz, it'll keep your scalp nice and refreshed, and it won't be clogged up with a whole bunch of different oils and different products. When you get product, a lot of people don't even wash, a lot of, especially black women, don't wash their hair every week or so because it's a lot to do. So people think that, yo, the dirtier your hair is, the better it grows. No. Dirt on your hair, dirt on your scalp clogs up your pores, clogs your hair follicles, causing your growth to be stunted. Your hair has to be moisturized because it's going to grow from the roots and it's going to grow on the ends. So you have to keep those ends moisturized. You have to make sure that your hair is not brittle and breaking, that it's strong. And one thing I realized is with natural products, the natural oils, the natural butters, the natural ingredients, especially shea powder, that's been one of the greatest things that we've gotten from Africa recently. They use a powder called shea powder, and it's an herb, and it's mixed with butters and oils, and it strengthens your hair. It's a really good strengthener. And you can use it if you have natural hair or if you have relaxed hair or whatever. But it's really good. It keeps your hair moist, and this helps your hair from breakage. So if you need to find more information, you can go Google the shea powder and see what it does for the hair and see what it, the benefits of shea. It has a lot of natural minerals and things like that that are good to help the hair grow strong and maintain strong. So So, and remember, like I said, it's about having a healthy hair and healthy scalp. People are always crying on the internet and coming to me and on my website and everything. Why is my hair not growing? I've used this and I've used that, and I try to tell them that's the problem. You're jumping on everything. The first thing somebody tells you, you jump and you do it. What you need to do is pay attention to your hair growth. Pay attention to your strands. You can't look at somebody else's strands and think, if I use this product, that's going to do the same thing for me. Because a lot of these products with these long hair advertisements, these hair didn't grow from the from that product. The hair, that's their hair. So people see that and they think, oh, my hair is going to be like that too. So I'm going to order that product. You have to pay attention to your hair. You have to pay attention to the care of your hair. You have to pay attention to your regimen and what you're doing in hair care. And that brings me to protective styling. A lot of protective style does more damage than good. You know how many people I see put in braids, and when they take out the braids, their head is bald. They've lost edges, hair is coming out. Protective styling is supposed to protect. It's not supposed to do more damage. These people are going to these braid shops and getting their hair